1-2, 1-2, 1-2. It's Laos taking on Vietnam, who made a raft of changes going into tonight's game. 5 new faces will take the field of play today, and it will be very, very interesting to see if they gel as they take on a Laotian side that was defeated by 4-1 in the opening game against the Philippines. Of course, Vietnam let 2-goal lead slip. They led twice.
Đề nghị quý vị đại biểu, quý vị khách quý và toàn thể quý khán giả nhiệt liệt chào mừng đội tuyển quốc gia Lào và Việt Nam. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the national team of Laos and Vietnam.
Very warm welcome to the Maidin Stadium, where Vietnam will play host to Laos in this Group B encounter that looks wide open. That being said, the Philippines defeated Indonesia by 4-0 earlier on. Vietnam could only draw with Indonesia 2-2 in the opening encounter for them in Group A, so all to play for as they take on a Laotian side that got beat 4-1 by the Philippines and will be the whipping boys of Group A. Raft of changes that we will bring you very, very shortly for Vietnam, and Toshiya Mura has decided to wield the axe and has jumped and changed as he's seen fit. But it's about the 11 that are out on the field of play that will have to get the job done if they are to progress through to the semi-finals once again. It's time now to get back over to the Maidin Stadium and let's tune in to the national anthems.
Quốc ca Lào, national anthem of Quốc ca Việt Nam, national anthem of Vietnam.
Champions of 2008 will be looking to emulate that once more in this, the year 2014, and they will fancy their chances here of all 3 points, and they need the 3 points to open up a little gap and close the gap down on the Philippines, who top Group A with 6 points. Laos did extremely well to qualify. That much we do know. They beat Cambodia, Brunei and Timor-Leste. Their only blip coming against Myanmar in the final game of the qualifying group. But it's a Laotian side that has been put out by David Booth, the experienced coach that has one change. Buntave has come in, Seng Doin has gone out, but it means that Saint Nakoniveng will move to left back and Buntave Sipasong will go in at right back. Other than that, it is the same lineup that played against the Philippines. As for Vietnam, 5 changes made from Toshiya Mura, Nguyen Quet, Pan Tan Nhong, Gwen Hai Han and Gwen Zan Tan. Goal Huang Tin all go out, but in comes a couple of old faces. Lee Kong-fin, Lee Tan-tai, those two will be pivotal, with Lee Tan-tai getting the captain's armband. Vo Hu-tuan comes in, earning his first cap for the national team, and what a game and a debut it would be for him if they could get all 3 points. Nguyen Van Bien and Nguyen An Duc also make the starting lineup. So no mercy being shown at all from the Japanese coach Toshiyamura, as he goes all out for victory in this game and knows that it could come down to goals. 4-0 loss a little bit earlier on for Indonesia means that their backs are well and truly up against the wall. They would have to come a 4-goal deficit, as well as whatever Vietnam can score tonight, to try and get through. And then let's not forget that Vietnam still have to take on the Philippines in the final group game. There is David Booth, the former left back for Grimsby Town for many, many years. Actually went on to coach them. He's coached in Brunei, Myanmar. It's his second time in charge of the Lao national team, and he is currently the coach of Lao Toyota FC as well. There's our first look as well at the Japanese coach who is in charge of Vietnam, Toshiyamura, the 51-year-old, who it's his first national team assignment. Vietnam was appointed earlier this year as the referee gets us underway. Sabade Al-Qasi from Iraq, and it will be Vietnam in the red strip, kicking from right to left. If they can post a good number here, you feel that it will be Vietnam that will go through with the Philippines. Final Group B game. We'll see Vietnam taking on the Philippines, and if a point was needed from both sides, well, you never know what could happen. First effort there from Nguyen An Duc. Just couldn't get on the end of it. Time and space in the middle of the park for Gwen Hoi Hung. Rock high. Got Vietnam off to a blinding start in the opening game, scoring in just the 11th minute. Did, however, show some extremely sloppy defending, and allowed Indonesia back into the game twice. Tan-tai, the 30-year-old, who had a good game in that 4-1 defeat. Just didn't have enough quality throughout the whole of the team, but it could have been oh so differently. Cam Feng poked that goal in when it was rolled across the 6-yard box, and he just couldn't get there. As the partisan crowd start to kick in now. Lee Tan-tai flips it forward dangerously, looking for Lee Kong-fin. All the way up in the air. Viliut gets there comfortably. Tave, Viliut. Tave. Can Lao concede possession far too easily. Nguyen Van Bien. Gwen Hoi Hung. High, back to Gwen. Tan-tai. It's a mistake, and it's well picked up from Cam Feng, who finds Viliut. He runs at the heart of defence, gets a nudge in the back from Lee Tan Tai, who's going to get a ticking off. Lee Tan Tai, one of the players that was in that famous victory back in 2008. Sukafon will be the man that delivers. Throws it in there. A little nick header in the end. To no avail. Vuljut, not the tallest player on the park by any means. Managed to get on the end of it. Vietnamese will need to be patient. Laos took the lead against the Philippines before being pegged back just before half-time and overrun in the second half. Budave. He almost catches out Gwen Van Bien at full stretch into the starting lineup today for the 29-year-old. Sukafon. So now Convieng. He's dealt with from Din Tien Tan. Budave. Vuljut's going to get there. Tees up Budave, who delivers quality into the box. Not enough white shirts forwards. Chance now for Vu Minh Quan. It's a big booming crossfield ball and it's nicely taken down. When Andok in an advanced position. His touch just letting him down though. Tan Tai in the thick of the action. The referee just running past him saying, please no more of that. Van Bien, nice ball, but just again overcooked. And that did having to come a long way just to deal with that one. Lee Convieng, of course, who scored twice in that 2008 final. Once away from home in Thailand, and then the winning goal 4 minutes into stoppage time to give Vietnam their only ever victory in this competition. Din Tien not happy with that. Floated in, and it's not a bad one, and Trang Nguyen Man has dropped that. Keeper guilty of spilling that late goal into the back of his own net when they took on Indonesia. And there you go, that's 3 fouls in a row. So Lee Tan Tai goes into the book, and that's early in the game as well. Maybe playing with a point to prove. There's a little bit naughty, just caught Sukafong Phong Tian Gam. Hits it straight down into the middle of the park though. When Andok looks to keep possession. Got high. Nice ball in. Solid clearance and solid defending in the end from Katsada. Looping ball in, Din Tien Dan tried to keep possession, everybody behind the ball for Laos. Good work from Gwen Hu Hong. Defending from him. Savan back there, helping his fullback out. Good ball whipped in and a free header that goes just wide. Nguyen Duc trying to get on the end of it. Well, he's one of the tallest players in the Vietnamese team. He attacked this ball but just couldn't guide the header goal bound. I feel that's a chance that's going to beg in for Vietnam. But also that it could just be a question of time before the opening goal comes. Took back there, the referee having none of it. Equation when Hoi Hong in just his third cap tonight for the national team. Dantai. Header back from Nguyen Duc. Van Bien helps it down the line. Happy just to keep possession and stroke it around. Nice ball back inside. Vu Minh Tuan trying to pull it to the edge of the box where Gwen Hoi Hong had pushed on. Savan couldn't bring it under control. It's easily taken though. I think coming a long way. Huang. Dantai. You got high. 3 red shirts to aim for in the box. As it is, it's deflected behind for the corner. Another high looping one. It's straight up in the air from Kyugot High. Nodded back in from Din Tien Tan. Strong challenge there from Gwen Andok. And straight through everything that was in his way. To build from the back. Superfon dropping really deep to come and get the ball. Katsada. Keeps the ball long and he's looking for Kam Feng, who's trying to bustle his way in there. Free kick again. Again, it's Gwen Andok. A little bit overzealous in the challenge. Another player with a point to prove. Well, when I spoke to David Booth earlier on today, he was saying how big this task was and how it could have been different had Kam Feng scored that goal against the Philippines. They've only ever won 2 games, Lao, in the history of the AFF Suzuki Cup. Back in 1996, they beat Cambodia 1-0. In 2004, they beat Cambodia 2-1. Have to look at the record of how things have turned around since 2007 and 2008, those editions. They only scored 1 goal in 2007 and conceded 23 in the 3 games they played. In 2008, they didn't score a goal. They conceded 13 though. Time out, scored 6, 10 against. So probably looking to try and keep the numbers down as best as possible as well. Xavier, 20-year-old, finds Superfon. Tries to thread that through for Connor Savannah. Slightly overplayed. Lovely ball forwards. Dantai trying to link up with Lee Kong Vin. Could keep him from Sengatik. Not to be out-muscled at the back, Lau. but Sasson can clear his lines. And again, Din Tien Tan. Tan Tai. Oh, it's a lovely ball in behind. Good keeping again, though. Seng Atit coming a long way. Van Bien pushing on from the full-back position. There's a mistake, and it could prove costly. Well, Vietnam get a corner out of it. Kinsada coming across to deal with it. Good handling though. 23-year-old rose well there. Seng Atit. So 20 minutes gone. Vietnam yet to break the deadlock. Holding strong. Side. Slightly early, Lee Convin. A lot of speculation about his inclusion in the squad before the tournament started. Oh, he's onside as well, clearly onside when the ball was played. Like a training exercise for Vietnam, or Goi Sao Van, as they're known, or the Golden Star. Dealt with again. That didn't go. No problems from him. Opportunity to throw one in, try and cause a problem to Vietnam as well. Battling and fighting away. It is a thankless task for him. Vietnamese just a little bit too quick. That's an awful layoff, and that is gifted. The opportunity to get in the middle. Here's Consavanna. Consavan skips round the challenges. Can he get his cross in? Defended though. Vu Minh Tuan back there defending. Tan Tai yet again. Scoot forwards. So well on that occasion. Just in the shot. That's the problem. Side flag's gone up. Again, Lee Convin playing right on the shoulder. Just hoping to get that little bit of luck. Van Bien. That one slip underneath his foot. So far the attacking not working for Vietnam in that final third. Lovely reverse ball, and that's the opening goal. Well, we said it was coming. There was no doubt about that. And it's the 24-year-old Vu Minh Tuan that had cut in from the right wing. And he gives some joy to the fans that are at the stadium as Vietnam finally take the lead. First international goal for his country, and what a timely and important one it was. Lovely ball from Lee Dan Tai to perfection. Vu Minh Tuan just gambled, got in front of the defender and slotted it home. Seng Adet Song Vang absolutely no chance in goal. That should calm a few nerves in the Vietnamese camp. Better from Vietnam, trying to conjure an opening. Ball playing through again, Quesada with the header. It's better from Laos. Nice ball played out to Villiot. Villiot checks back inside. Villiot just trying to push it through. No space there though. Villiot again. Not the best shot in the world on that occasion. that Vietnam do get the 3 points here. It's important they put a couple of goals on the board. Criteria is, of course, the greater number of points obtained in group matches, then goal difference in the group matches, greater number of goals scored. Tries to help it forwards. It's the throw in. Savan just couldn't bring it down. Hacked up by Q, got high. Trying to make inroads further down the field. Sukkafon. It's a nice ball back inside to Connor Savan. A bit better from Lao. Back as Vietnam to try and build again down the right hand side. Got high, delivers into the box. Saison with the header. Sukkafon can bring it away. Sada tries to play the channel as Villiard chases down as well to keep possession. Long range shot fired just wide. Not a bad effort either. Dave picking up that loose ball and drilling it goal bound. Oh, the 20-year-old gaining vast amounts of experience here. Just couldn't hit the target. Nice ball over the top, Glenn Van Bien. Again pushed forwards from the left back position. It's that overlapping run that seems to be catching out the Lao defence. Unfortunately, that time it's straight into an offside position. Again, very tight and very close. Well played from Gwen Gyu Hyung. Keeps it simple. Dan Tai. tackles flying in, the referee just waving play on. Sipasong not happy with that. It's a rather strong challenge from behind, it has to be said. Sada again tries to tuck it up the line, looking for the run of Villayut. It's been defended though by Gwen Van Bien. Look too happy, does he, Toshia Mura? Can't quite believe that that decision has gone against him. The goal scorer. Another little touch. Wen Hu Hong. Simple, not conceding possession. Of course, that long ball comes forwards, and the second one picked up by Lao. Dave. Zena Convien will get there first. Savannah comes and helps him out. Starting to get a little bit anxious here as Vietnam struggle to break down the Laotian defence. That's a little bit better though. Hands one up nicely to the far post. Good defending from Buntave. dropping very, very deep to try and get on the ball. High on the overlap, miscontrolling it. Suzuki working incredibly hard to try and win it back, but to no avail. Step over from Lee Kong-vin. Just a few minutes to go before half-time. Lao have proved incredibly difficult to break down. Sesson took a fun. Better for the time and space now. Vu Duan. Move on. It's going to be too much for Vu Min Duan to deal with. To sleep Lao right at the end of the first half when they played the Philippines. They conceded into stoppage time. It just shows you the physicality of what's going on. Vietnam have committed 11 fouls. Lao have yet to concede one. They think that this Lao team is just there to be steamrolled, and they're not. Bobby Booth has made sure that he's packed the defence and made sure that they are going to be difficult to break down, and if you beat this side you have to break them down. Hong. 5-6 red shirts forwards, very little movement. Van Bien. Dantai. Hong. Dantai. It's a good run from Lee Kong-vin. And Van Bien tries to deliver into the box to no avail. The 45 minutes are almost up. I think the man that scored that stunning free kick in the opening game and the opening goal of the tournament in the 20th minute for Lao. Having to work his socks off today. That's a lovely ball played through. Just skipping away once more. Frustrating for Nguyen An Duc. Will be added on at the the end of the first 45. Is this a half chance? It's checked up, and Nguyen Wan had to come a long way in goal to head that one away to safety. It's a lovely ball over the top as well, though. Just couldn't bring it under control, Lee Convin. Well, it's been a first half where Vietnam have been short on ideas in the final third. They have managed to get a breakthrough. Nguyen it was in the 27th minute that gave Vietnam the lead. Laos have been very, very resilient and very strong, and David Booth has sent his troops out there to ensure that it's not a whitewash at half-time from the My Dinh Stadium. Group A encounter, it's Laos 0, Vietnam 1. very warm welcome back to the Mai Stadium, where Vietnam are taking on Laos, and it is currently the Vietnamese side that are leading by 1-0. We're going to have a change here early in the match at half-time. It's a change of keepers. Dan Bin will win his 9th cap of his international career. The 23-year-old will go in goal. It's Tran Nguyen Man that comes off. There will be the opportunity to give a few players a little bit of game time here, as, to be honest, I do think Tran Nguyen Man touched the ball about 4 times in that first 45 minutes. There's the goal that separates the two sides. A wonderful ball from Lee Tan Dai. Vu Minh Tuan getting just in front of his man and slotting it home. Means that the Vietnamese are looking good to command second position in Group A. Top spot, of course, is taken by the Azkals or the Philippines. 6 points from their 2 victories so far. 8 goals, 1 conceded. This would put Vietnam on 4 points as they come out hungry for goals in the second half. Wasn't really too much contact there, I don't think. Little acknowledgement there from again Anduk. Just being told to calm down by our Iraqi referee, Ali Sabarade Al-Qasi. Touch, has to be said, from Senadid Somvang in goal. No real contact and no real damage done from Nguyen An Duc. Who is that? We have a double goalkeeping substitution. Fans are out, as colourful as ever. Only to be expected. Everyone seeming to enjoy this carnival atmosphere. The only thing that's lacking and missing, if you're a Vietnam fan, is goals. Credit to Davy Booth and his Malaysian side, who have gone out there to defend. Just one lapse of concentration. Say, the right back, who's playing at left back tonight, just getting caught out of position, allowing Vu Minh Tuan to get in front of him, pop that one home. One mistake is all it takes. Can they defend here? Well, that's lovely play. Sada trying to close down the next one. Whipped in, dangerously to the far post. Lee Kong Fin couldn't get there. And he is a legend. He is the leading goal scorer of all time. 26 goals he scored for the national team. He's nearly 37. It's really frustrating for Vietnam. Tougher tests will come if they're to progress through this group. They will not want to leave it till the last match day. A couple more goals wouldn't go amiss for the side in red. Dan Dai into Hu Hong. high, lovely ball played in. Keeper's done well again. Sengatit Somvang came a long way. Just take it right off the head of Gwenan Duk. This is how he has injured himself though. Just landed awkwardly. It's quite a hard pitch over at the Maiden Stadium. Of course, the final game in Group A for Vietnam will be against the Philippines. Indonesia will take on Laos. Here it is again. Did he just get caught? Is that a little bit of a dead leg? I'm sure Sengatit Somvang will be fine. There's the goal scorer. His first international goal. And an important one it could prove to be. As once more Laos put up the shutters and say, come on, break us down. Savan just couldn't keep that one in play. So Vietnam will look to try and build once more. 66% possession they had in that first half. So about the 35th minute, had almost 180 passes with almost a 90% completion rate. That's how dominant they have been. The header back inside and the volley just wide. Lovely header from Lee Kong Vin into the path of Gwenan Duk. Just couldn't hit that goal bound. And there's a chance it's gone begging. Just the wrong connection underneath the ball. But another golden opportunity for Nai Sao Vang, the Golden Star as they're known, to double their lead. From Laos. Savan, time and space, trying to feed it into Suzuki, who got forwards. Now, the strikers and midfield players from Laos are going to have to funnel back. One, you've got high. Seems to be another injury again.
Hey, he has to get into the box. He has to go to the line, get into the box.
This is where he could be struggling. As though he's going to be okay. Defensive header from Ding Ding Tian. 23-year-old getting that one completely wrong. Bien. Finds a good advantage there. Almost came off. Start the Vietnamese side. Time for a change though, and the roar is because it is Nguyen Van Quet that's coming on. Down to the starting lineup today. He replaces Nguyen An Duc, the youngest of 6 brothers. Gets straight into the thick of the action and wins a corner, does he? Ball. Sliding challenge from Saison. Dan pulls it back, the trigger's pulled and headed onto the post. Drilled back forwards and just wide once more. Well, that's got the fans going. What a chance. When Hu Hong it was that had the shot. Dan pulling that one back. There's the stooping header. Confident was who tried to get on the end of it. Got the shot back. The goal was from Vu Minh Tuan. Just couldn't hit the target. Is it going to be a question of time? Lao hold out. Lao have never failed to qualify for the main event. That's an achievement in itself. The frustration starting to take its toll on Vietnam as they can't break down this Laotian defence. Vinh can't get hold of that. Tan Tay. This one in there as Vietnam look to try and change things up. Vu Minh Tuan sort of dispossessed. Booth was saying to me a little bit earlier today that he's hoping that Vietnam, as they're quick and they need goals, will push forwards and they can hit on the counter-attack. We've seen Lao once or twice create half opportunities and chances. Needs one slip or one mistake from a Vietnamese player. Lao could be back in this game. Scoreline still only 1-0 in favour of Vietnam. Goal coming in the 27th minute, Vu Minh Tuan. As this is what we're talking about. Lao coming forwards now. It's a great ball into the far post. And, well, taking no chances whatsoever. That is what they have to do. Van Bien tracking all the way back in and chesting it behind the goal line for a corner. That's Laos' first corner of the game. Stanley Booth barks out some instructions. Von Tien Cam comes across to take it. Only 5'1", with a little terror. Works his socks off as he has done the whole game. It's judged to have been a handball. On Savan, that's poor technique from him. Vin. Another long ball into the box. To no avail. Savan gives it away cheaply. Kubok high. Time and space. Tries to clip it in to Lee Kong-Vin. Couldn't find him. Hu-Hon. That. Savan trying to help that on into the path now. And that's good work from Sukafon. Still Sukafon up against three red shirts. He's fitted it through lovely. That's a shame. Savan not on the same wavelength. Just getting that one wrong. But again, exactly what David Booth said. Try and soak up the pressure. Try and hit them on the counter-attack. Exactly what they're doing. Chance here though. Lovely ball, threaded in. Last-ditch defending once more. Katsada, the skipper. Place at the right time. Yet again, he's there. Causing problems since coming on. Fires that one in, a free header. Goes all the way back out to Gwen van Kuet. They don't deal with it now. Headed to the edge of the box, and the dipping volley just didn't dip enough. Tian Tan, at the end of that one, trying to make something happen. Kick in favour of Laos. Saison. Fing unable to bring that one down. Still a lot of white shirts behind the ball. In there, starting to open up really nicely here. Sukafon trying to play that in behind for Kam Feng, who thought he was in an offside position. Dan Bin in goal, gets a touch. This is a far cry from 2007. Now were defeated 9-0 by Vietnam. Vietnam beat them 3-0 in 2004. 5-0 in 2000, 4-1 1998. Teed up nicely. Bit of pinball going on there. Referee stops it. As there was a ball to the face by the looks of it. There'll be too much lasting damage done there. Here's that opportunity again. Dan Tai pulling it back. That little stooping header. Lee Kong-Vin it was with that touch. Just couldn't steer it goal bound. the confidence will grow the longer they can keep this at 1-0. As defeats go in recent times, this would be one of the better ones for them. Only conceding a solitary goal. 2012 though, did draw with Indonesia, so that tells you a story in itself. Totally unexpected. That one was Saison. Wins the throw in. Flag's gone up for offside. Could this be the chance? It's beautifully opened up and a great save from Sengatit. Danger not clear yet though. The 9 times that these two sides have faced off, Vietnam have never been beaten. They've drawn 1 game, that's all. That was back in 1996 in the first stage of what is the ASEAN Championships. Since then, it's been all one-way traffic. 8 wins in favour of Vietnam. Ball forwards, a little nod down, picked up by Gwen Van Quet. Duan trying to make something happen, and again Lao stay strong. Suzuki, a bit of time and space as he gets upended. That could be interesting because that is the man who's in the book at the moment, Lee Dan Tai. And the referee's just saying to him, 1 more of those and you'll be off, son. Got booked in just the 8th minute. Quesada tries to just drop it into the corner but overcooks it. Viliut Bunsu unable to get there. Overplayed. The 9 times so far that these two sides have faced off, I've only managed to score 3 goals compared with 41 in favour of Vietnam. They're not having it all their own way tonight. Laos are putting up a stern performance. Quite giving go with Vin. So just 20 minutes left. Vin back inside. It has been all one-way traffic. Just in that final third, Vietnam have failed to capitalise on the possession they've had. Suzuki. Liud. Suzuki back to Montave. Tries the big switch looking for Connor Savant. He does well to bring that down, surrounded by red shirts. He's all on his own. Support starting to arrive now. Dave. Sanson. Dave. A nice little passage of play. Now can see possession rather cheaply, which allows Vietnam to come back at them. Yu Gong Hai. Dante. Looking to be too intricate in that final third. Played over the top there. Vinfit waits for support. Home fans giving a big cheer as well to Laos when they get into that final third. Gu Minh Tuan, the only man that scored a goal tonight so far. Banquet trying to create a problem for himself. Could open up here. The change is coming. Tan Yong is coming on. It's going to be Ko Hu Tuan that goes off. Player of the year in Vietnam in 2009 and 2011. trusted in trying to get that second goal. Making his debut tonight makes way for Hu Duan, the 21-year-old, doing too bad a job. Good play again from Sukkafon, waits for support. Miliut tries to deliver. There's one white shirt and 3 red ones. The odds massively stacked against Laos there. He blows his whistle. Doesn't look offside again. That's the second wrong decision given against the Vietnamese striker, Lee Con Vinh. Con Vinh gets caught and upended. Another opportunity here then. It's only the 3rd foul that Laos have conceded. In full force, even the painted ones there at the front of the grandstand. Good work from Lee Con Vinh. About 22, 23 yards out. This could be a golden opportunity to double the advantage. When Van Quet steps over it. Behind the wall from Pham Tam Leong. Straight into the hands of Senglatit Son Vang. Van has been pushed on and he's been asked to do a job up there. Patience here from Vietnam. Not happy at all. You can see the face on Mura. He is not happy. That's good play. Conor Savan creating a yard for himself, quickly surrounded by 3 red shirts, and wins it back. Sukkafon. Con Vinh. Big switch from him. Con Vinh fait. Who's dropped all the way back there into right back / right midfielder's role. right side of a 3 now at the back. That seems to have been the shape this second half. Now win the free kick. As we come up towards the final 10 minutes of the game, Vietnam, who are ranked 7 places higher than Laos in the Asian rankings. 18 places in the world rankings. Still can't get the job finished. I have to give credit to this Laotian side. They were leaving nothing in the dressing room at all, and they're putting it all on the pitch. Super fun. Boothie, as he's known, wanting a little bit more from his players. It's a nice ball into the channel for Lee Convin. When Van Quet's in the middle, he's pulled it back to the edge though. Poor finishing from Vietnam once more. And Hu Hong pushed on from that holding midfielder's role that he occupied in that first 45 minutes. Poor effort from him.
Where's he going?
Convin working the channel again. When Van Quet's in the middle. Well, the less said about that, the better. Toshimura's face tells a story, and it's one of discontent. Great ball whipped in from Lee Convin. That was a poor effort. It's the disappointment etched on the face of Toshimura. So Laos starting to tire slightly here as more bodies get forwards from Vietnam. It's a great run. It's a brilliant solo run, and it's just wide from Lee Convin. Good keeping again though. Sengathet Somang doing ever so well to close and narrow that angle. But Lee Convin jinking and skipping past players like they weren't there. The keeper pulling off a big, important save. Free header at the far post, nodded back in, and oh dear, it's bouncing and bobbling around at the moment, and on the turn, offside. Yes, the flag went up just as well, because Lee Convin, that would have been one of the worst misses he would have ever had. Could have say is getting ready to come on. The 18-year-old will replace Philiud. Could have say Kochalaran, or Nakata as he's known, came on against the Philippines as well. His opportunity, a fresh pair of legs. David Booth and his side as they look to see this game out, having only conceded the solitary goal, but there are more red shirts breaking forwards. Fu Minh Quan tees it in nicely. Convin is Johnny on the spot. No mistake in the end. Vietnam have doubled their advantage, and who other but Lee Convin drifting in to the centre of the goal and slamming it in for his 37th international goal, and making absolutely no mistake, and making sure that that 2-goal cushion is there. It was a good save initially from Sengathet Somang, but all he could do was push it into the path of the 28-year-old Lee Convin. bang. There you go. The game is as simple as that. Well, we mentioned a few minutes ago that it looked as though the Laos team was starting to feel the strain, starting to tire towards the end of this game. Must have been 5 or 6 red shirts bombing forwards there. But it's a corner that's whipped in deep and easily picked up by Gwen Tam Bin. The most important thing is for Vietnam that gives them a little bit more of a cushion. This will put them on 4 points. It's a poor ball played across from Q Gok Hai. Indonesia losing 4-0 earlier. They have 1 point, but they have a -4 goal difference. Vietnam will have a +2. It's a poor mistake. It could be +3 here. Lee Kon Vin's in the middle if they can find him. Strong, solid challenge though. Who else but Katsada? He really does wear his heart on his sleeve when he plays for the national team. As Lee Tan Tai helps the official. Yet again. There are red shirts everywhere and another free header. This time it's Din Tien Tan. Q Gok Hai. This is Vietnam all the way back. Is simple. For Indonesia, they've got to score 6 goals at least. It's a good effort from Lee Kon Vin. You'd say there'll be 4 points and the goal advantage that is being held by Vietnam now. That should be enough to see them through. Goal deficit to overturn, and let's not forget they would have to rely on the Philippines doing them a favour as well for Indonesia to progress. So it does look as though it's going to be a straight shootout to see who will finish top of Group A in a couple of days' time. That's good work and a lovely ball in and a cool finish. Now it's starting to click, but is it too little too late? This should have happened a long time ago. It's Nguyen Hu Hung, and only his 3rd cap of his international career, finally scores his first goal. That's the tired legs that are starting to bite into Laos and into the defence. 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. Surely that one is more than enough to see them go through. Need to rely, as mentioned, on the Philippines. Vietnam know that a point would be enough to see them through in 2nd place. All 3 points would see them top the group. Philippines know exactly the same. A point or 3 will see them at the top. to sneak another one? That's the big question. That's what we said, tired legs, and they are coming back now. A little step over, volleyed forwards from Din Tien Tan. Minutes of time will be added on. Dealt with by Sesson. Convieng just clearing his lines. Goal scorer Gwen Hoi Hong. Nicely fed down the line. Another corner. Sesson having to come across and stop Vu Minh Tuan in his tracks. The man that got the goal scoring underway in just the 27th minute. This is now job well done though by Vietnam. Even though the goals have come late, Laos defence has been stubborn all night. Looking as though they wanted a penalty. Not going to transpire. Got Hai make his way back. So this result will mean Laos will be eliminated from the competition. As expected though. It's been a great performance for literally 84 minutes of the game. It's just the last 5 minutes where they conceded 2 goals. Tiredness, lapses of concentration seems to have affected them. Needs to be very careful. There's Lee Dan Tai. Not happy with that. Not a lot to do about that though. There is the full-time whistle. In the end, it's a comfortable win for Vietnam. They dictated the pace of the game. Vu Minh Tuan, after 27 minutes, giving Vietnam the lead before Lee Công Vinh doubled that advantage in the 84th minute. Gwen Hoi Hong in the 89th minute capped what is a good result for Vietnam. And mathematically, Indonesia can still qualify, but Vietnam are totally in the box seat. The Philippines have qualified already from Group A as they look for history in winning a group for the first time ever. But at the My Dinh Stadium, Vietnam have got the job done and will look to go into that game against the Philippines on the last match day, hopeful that a point will guarantee them a semi-final berth. It's finished Laos 0, Vietnam 3.
Xin chào Tấn Tài. Đầu tiên xin gửi đến Tấn Tài cùng các đồng đội lời chúc trong một chiến thắng tuy rằng hơi khó khăn một chút nhưng dẫu sao chúng ta đã có 3 điểm. Với cá nhân Tấn Tài thì Tấn Tài nghĩ thế nào về hiệp đấu thứ hai này?
Nói chung thì thật sự thì trận đấu rất là khó khăn. Vì đối thủ của tuyển Việt Nam và Lào hiệp 1 phòng ngự rất là chắc chắn. Nói chung thì khi mà có bàn thắng thì đầu hai đội tuyển có thay đổi một số vị trí đá tốt hơn, di chuyển tốt hơn, và khi đội bạn vùng lên để mà tìm kiếm bàn thắng thì các cầu thủ đội tuyển rất là dễ đá và tìm được những bàn thắng quan trọng.
Phải chăng cái áp lực bắt buộc phải thắng đã khiến cho các cầu thủ đội tuyển Việt Nam trong hiệp đấu đầu tiên không có được sự gắn kết?
Thì thực sự thì như đã biết thì đội tuyển cũng rất muốn thắng trận đấu này. Trong hiệp 1 thì đội bạn phòng ngự rất là chắc chắn, số đông ở sân nhà nên khi mình tổ chức tấn công rất khó khăn. Thì như vậy thì trong hiệp 1 thì có bàn thắng thì nói chung thì cũng giải tỏa được áp lực.
Một câu hỏi cuối cùng nhanh thôi. Tấn Tài nghĩ rằng các cầu thủ đội tuyển Việt Nam cần phải thay đổi điều gì để cho trận đấu sắp tới với Philippines?
Nói chung thì các cầu thủ nhất là phải cái thứ nhất là cái dứt điểm. Có cơ hội là người ta phải ghi bàn thắng. Rất nhiều cơ hội nhưng mà bỏ lỡ rất nhiều cơ hội. Thì trong những ngày tới thì chúng ta tập luyện tích cực hơn, dứt điểm nhiều hơn để mà khi trận đấu Philippines thì chúng ta sẽ cố gắng, khi có cơ hội thì chúng ta sẽ ghi bàn.
Cảm ơn Tấn Tài đã tham gia cuộc phỏng vấn.
Đây rồi Hợp ơi. Đây Vũ Minh Tuấn đây nhá, bây giờ anh sẵn sàng rồi này. Nối sóng thẳng với anh luôn, anh đang nghe điện thoại. Sẵn sàng rồi, cứ bảo nói là nói thôi. Không. Anh Việt ơi, 2 người hay 1 người đấy? Vâng, thưa quý vị và các bạn, dù đã có một tỷ số thắng 3-0, một tỷ số có lẽ nếu nhìn vào thì nhiều người sẽ cảm thấy hài lòng, nhưng không thể phủ nhận rằng đây là một trận đấu không hề dễ dàng của đội tuyển Việt Nam. Và càng vì điều đó nên chúng ta càng cảm thấy quan trọng bàn thắng mở tỷ số của Vũ Minh Tuấn. Và ngay sau đây thì chúng tôi sẽ có cuộc trao đổi nhanh với Vũ Minh Tuấn, tác giả của bàn thắng mở tỷ số trong trận đấu ngày hôm nay. Vũ Minh Tuấn, trước tiên thì sẽ là một câu hỏi quen thuộc. Bạn cảm thấy thế nào với bàn thắng mở tỷ số của mình?
Vâng, em cảm thấy rất là vinh dự và hạnh phúc vì đã có bàn thắng đầu tiên cho đội tuyển quốc gia và cũng trong một giải đấu chính thức.
Thực tế mà nói thì trong những phút đầu tiên Việt Nam chơi không thực sự tốt và cái bàn thắng Vũ Minh Tuấn đến cũng tương đối bất ngờ. Vũ Minh Tuấn có cho rằng đó là một tình huống mà chúng ta chưa thực sự cảm thấy hài lòng hay không?
Vâng, thì hôm nay đội tuyển nào đã chủ động chơi thấp và đội mình đã gặp khó khăn những phút đầu trận. Em nghĩ bàn thắng đấy đã giải tỏa áp lực được cho đồng đội và em nghĩ cũng có phần may mắn mình thắng.
Và tỷ số 3-0 có phải là mục tiêu mà ông Miura đã đặt ra cho các bạn khi mà trận đấu chưa bắt đầu hay không?
Vâng, thì hôm nay đội tuyển ra sân với mục tiêu là giành chiến thắng và có tỷ số cũng khá cao hơn tốt.
Và câu hỏi cuối cùng dành cho Vũ Minh Tuấn với chiến thắng ngày hôm nay 3-0 trước đội tuyển Lào thì đội tuyển Việt Nam dù vẫn đứng nhì bảng nhưng chúng ta đang có nhiều lợi thế trong việc giành vé vào bán kết. Và Vũ Minh Tuấn nghĩ sao về trận đấu cuối cùng với Philippines?
Vâng, trận đấu cuối cùng với Philippines thì tất cả em cố gắng thi đấu một trận đấu tốt và giành kết quả tốt nhất trong trận đấu đấy.
Xin được cảm ơn Vũ Minh Tuấn và chúc cho đội tuyển Việt Nam sẽ tiếp tục thành công ở trận đấu cuối cùng. Thưa quý vị và các bạn, dù thế nào thì chiến thắng 3-0 ngày hôm nay cũng hết sức quan trọng với đội tuyển Việt Nam trong mục tiêu sẽ giành một trong 2 tấm vé của bảng A vào bán kết. Nhưng nhiệm vụ trước mắt của thầy trò Miura còn là ngôi nhất bảng và điều này sẽ được quyết định trong trận đấu gặp Philippines. Hy vọng rằng tỷ số ngày hôm nay, tinh thần ngày hôm nay, đặc biệt trong hiệp 2 sẽ được các cầu thủ đội tuyển Việt Nam tiếp tục duy trì và phát huy trong trận đấu gặp Philippines ở lượt cuối cùng vòng bảng. Bây giờ xin được trở lại trường quay.